Welcome back to Level M Diecast, everybody. No, I assure you that is not clickbait. This is the biggest Mini GT collaboration that we've put on the channel yet. Been stocking up for quite some time, not purposely, but just kind of the way it worked out. So we're going to take a look at these. This is number 331. This is the Mazda Miata MX-5 in Mariner Blue with the pop-up headlights. Again, just brand new release dropping out. We got a bunch to go through, so we'll just kind of roll through these. This one looks pretty good. I like the pop-up headlights. They look pretty nice. The castings for the pop or the pop down, the pop-up and the light headlight down are two different castings. The ones with the headlights up, they have kind of opening in the casting to put the headlight in. The ones with the closed headlights, it's just a closed casting, so there's quite some difference between the two. But this guy looks pretty good. I do like the pop-up headlights. Look very nice. Very factory wheels. Looks very good as well. Nice interior on this one as well. Just details and stuff. Mirrors look pretty good. Of course, your lensed lights for sure. Just nice to see. Just a bone stock Miata. Looks pretty good. Just taking a look at the deets in the back real quick. Just says Miata with some nice fine detail, which is pretty nice. Always like that for sure. We're going to keep on the blue theme. This is number 287. This is the Honda S2000 in Laguna Blue Pearl. Full-on factory S2000. Very nice. Again, to get a very factory, legit S2000. The first couple, I should say, were modified castings, special editions or stuff like that, like the CR. But this one looks fantastic in just blue. Does have that nice little antenna right there off the rear quarter panel. Wheels look very good as well. Just very good casting, It's a very nice blue as well. Laguna Burl. Looks pretty good. Of course, all your lensed details as well. Really like the S2000. It's a really nice model. It's a really nice model. Again, nice to see one in just standard factory colors, factory setup. Always like that. A little bit of race car flavor now. We are going to go with number 322. This is the Lancia Delta HF Integral Evolution number 3. 1992 Rally 1000 Lakes winner. This is the super decoed up. There are two Lancias we're going to take a look at. This is the first of two. Brand spanking new casting. This is the first, one of the first releases for them. Looks excellent. Looks exactly as good as you'd think. They did a fantastic job. Just a fantastic model. Really like that Mini GT is, foraying into rally cars. Pretty excited to see what they're going to come up with next. This one, the details are just insane. The casting just looks so good. It looks so good. This one has some very good detail on the inside as well. There is a spare tire in there, which is fantastic. And of course, just in your full-on Martini deco, looking very good with those wicked OZ wheels. So as we flip this guy around, you see in the back window, you can see the spare tire inside. So very nice detail in there. Legitimate wheel in there. Looks very good. Like that for sure. Now we're going to have a second Lancia Delta. This is number 300 on the dot. This is just in regular Martini Racing. There is no other sponsorships, no number plaque or anything like that. Just regular. So this one's not as busy. Looks good though. It kind of simplifies the deco in a sense, I guess you could say. Kind of gives you that Martini look without getting too busy. This guy does have some plate detail on the back. Looks pretty good as well. The previous one had some plate detail too, but this one, since it's not so busy, kind of pops a little bit better. Really no difference between the two other than the deco. Same wheels, still looks pretty good. They did a fantastic job on this Delta. It's just insane. Now, Mini GT is all racing. It's always racing. So we're going to go on to a trio of GT3 class cars. This is number 284. This is the most recent Continental GT3 2020 Intercontinental GT Challenge. Kalami 9 hours. Toyota Bentley M Sport. It's a ridiculous mouthful. You guys know this is my favorite casting from MiniGT by a long shot. Absolutely just am obsessed with this casting. I love this casting so much. And this is the newest version of this particular casting. Just insane. There's so much tampo print on this model. The wheels definitely leave a little bit to be desired. The wheels are not all that great, but the rest of the model is absolutely flawless. Just the level of detail, tampo, just everything all the way down to just that really awesome gunmetal gray color. Just looks super, super good. All right. We're going to move on to the next GT3 class car, which is going to have a little bit of a double flavor. So this is number 280. This is the Ford GT Mark II 2019 Goodwood Festival of Speed with your EcoBoost deco on there. This one with the blue, gold, and black. I really like this deco a lot. I really like the tampo print on the wing. I really like the fact that it's kind of not symmetrical. It's just on one side. Looks good. Now, there is going to be two versions of this car because this car was used at Pebble Beach and this car was used at Goodwood. Now, MiniGT has done both versions. So, as you'll see on this particular version here, if you look at the tail, essentially the rear of the car, you'll see there's a blue stripe that's a little bit off to the side. You'll see it right here, right on the back, that blue little stripe right there. So pay attention to that blue stripe because that blue stripe is important. Now the reason I tell you that blue stripe is important is because we're going to take a look at this one. This is number 293. This is the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance. This is essentially the same car, but there was some differences, and you can see right away with this one. This one has a red stripe running down the back. This one is just a little bit different. Not really all that different, to be honest with you, but it is different enough to warrant a new number, to warrant a new model, and it was very, very easy for them to just release another version. It's a little weird. I had to actually look at these a couple of times before I realized they were different. Because, you know, we're just trying to get all the numbers for every single MiniGT we can come across, because that's how we do here. We absolutely love MiniGT, one of the best brands ever, in my honest opinion. All right, now we are going to move on to a brand spanking new casting in the GT3 class. This is number 327. This is the Nissan Nismo GT3 2018 presentation car. And this is unreal. This one is definitely giving me a run for my money on the Bentley. You know, when MiniGT announced they were going to do the GT3 Nismo, obviously I was happy because we get another GT3 class car, which, you know, perfectly fits in the mix. We got the NSX, we got the Continental, and we got the Ford GT. So it was only fitting that they would do a GTR, since MiniGT does a lot of GTR stuff. But their execution's not quite what I thought it was going to be. Their execution is far above what I thought it was going to be. This casting is just insane. It's just an absolute beauty. And this is definitely a fantastic deco to kick it off. Again, the wheel's not all that great on the GT3 class cars, but you know, that's just kind of the way it works. You know, they're for competition, they're not for style. So a little bit of you know, wanting there. Now, we did get a second version of this already. That is number 336. This is the 2018 test car with just simple Motul on the side in matte black. Exactly what you would expect from a test car, especially in the GT3 class. This guy is wicked. Now, I wish the previous one had that Nissan print on the top of the wing. I think that looked pretty cool. This one definitely looks very, very fitting. Looks very, very nice. It's a little bit more busy than I thought for a test car, but it is accurate. It is definitely accurate. And again, Mini GT just, they're just killing it. Just killing it. I still prefer the white one. I think the white one is a far better deco. But this guy still looks very, very, very good. And there are different wheels between the two of these. So just a little bit of a quirk tidbit there for you guys. The two GT3 class Nismos do have different wheels between the two versus the show-off car and then the test car itself. Now, no Mini GT haul is not complete without some type of Liberty Walk GTR. This is number 281. This is the newest one. LB Silhouette Works GT Nissan 350 GTRR. Just quote-unquote class. This is in pink. It's a kind of a duller, darker kind of pink. It'll probably be relatively bright on the screen. It's a little bit duller, a little bit not so flashy in person. Again, just another Liberty Walk GTR. There seems to be a new deco in almost every single release set. I get it. It's nice. But I'll be honest with you, the GTRs are getting very old in the Mini GT realm. There are somewhere in the neighborhood of like 30 different versions of basically the same Liberty Walk GTR. Now, we did get some Pandem GTRs and some other stuff like that, but and there are a couple different versions of Liberty Walk, but at the same time, it's just, like I said, it's just getting a little bit long in the tooth, and I think maybe it's time that they either severely reduce or maybe even move on to something else. Now, I did get an older Mini GT that I happened to miss. This is a much, much older release. This is the box that they used to use. This is number 102. This is the 1992 Japan Touring Car Championship R32, number 87, HKS in black and green. This one, I just never happened to come across on my normal Mini GT channels. It's actually been on my radar for quite some time to pick up. Just haven't done it, but finally found a pretty good deal on eBay. Got this for about 13, 14 bucks shipped to my door, which all day, every day for Mini GT, that's a ridiculously smoking deal. The R32 is a very good casting. It's a very good model from Mini GT. Personally, not a huge fan of R32s. Just not. Although the racing ones are a little bit better, a little bit nicer. But essentially, it's just an R32 at the end of the day, which is a little bit of a bummer. Moving away from, Japan entirely, we're going to take a trip to Europe. We're going to take a look at number 319. This is the LB Works BMW M4 IMSA. This is the newest Liberty Walk M4. We have seen this exact M4 in M colors without a number plaque and some additional details that are on here. Didn't say Liberty Walk and stuff on there. Some details on the rear bumper as well. So this version is quite different than the previous version we saw, although I still think it looks really, really good. This kind of looks like if somebody took their M-colored M4 Liberty Walk and said, hey, let's go race it on the track. And this kind of looks like what they would slap all over it. The number plaques look kind of like they were added, kind of secondary. They're temporary. They're not going to be there for long term. And I kind of like that look. I think that looks pretty cool. That's very, very interesting. Very interesting to see. Now, obviously, this isn't as good as, say the camo, the pearlescent camo M4 they did. That one was pretty nice. But this one still looks good nonetheless, even with the carbon roof. Very nice detail. Very nice detail. We're not done in Europe, though. We're going to keep it rolling. We're going to do two things here. We're going to do number 314, another BMW, but this is Golf. This is the M3, the original M3. Now, for some reason, this particular model seems to be significantly more expensive than the rest of the Mini GTs, which doesn't make sense to me because this model just doesn't really have a whole lot going for it. And I'll be honest with you guys, I know there's going to be a lot of Golf guys out there, and I appreciate you guys. I appreciate what you collect, what you do. This is just not a good model. This deco is not a good deco. especially with this being a more expensive Mini GT for whatever reason, probably because of the Gulf license, I would think. It's just not good. I don't know what exactly is not good about this particular model, but I definitely like this. The absolute bottom of the barrel least of the entire haul that we're looking to look at today. We still have quite a few models to go, but I just can't pin it down. I love the casting. The M3 casting is fantastic. Mini GT treatment to it looks good. It's just this Gulf deco is just not. It's just not there, and I don't know if maybe it's the wheels, but whatever it is, it's just not looking good, and I'm just not feeling it. So let me know what you guys think about this model. Obviously, we're still going to collect everything. We want all the Mini GTs because that's just what we do. All right, we're going to take a trip to the U.S., which is pretty rare for Mini GT. We're going to take a look at number 334. This is the Ford Mustang Shelby GT500 in Shadow Black. It is 100% bone stock, and this looks awesome. The original version in blue looks good. Blue with white stripes, very iconic. But I think this Shadow Black one looks better. Now, is there really a difference? No, there's really not a difference. But this one just looks better, I think. I think it's a little bit different. You're very used to seeing Mustangs in blue all the time. This one just looks really, really nice with the black and the white stripes. And it just kind of gives a little bit of that, aftermarket flair a little bit. Just a little bit more Mini GT style flair to it, I guess you can say. But very, very nice casting for sure. Mini GT did a great job on it. I still don't think that they needed to do a Mustang. Just my opinion. There's plenty of Mustangs out there, but like I've said before, if you're a Mustang fan, at least you're lucky enough to get Mini GT treatment on it. Now, if you don't like bone stock Mustangs, we'll take a look at this one. This is number 318. This is the Dragon Snake Concept GT500 in Oxford White with the wicked whale tail on it. This is super cool. This one is super cool. Chrome wheels, looks awesome. White, blue striping. Has a graphic on just one side for the Dragon Snake. See that coming around. It just looks so cool. Of all three of the Mustangs, well, actually four, because they did the Shmi 150 also. This is definitely the best one. This one takes the cake for sure. I absolutely love this one. I absolutely love this one. The black one's whatever. The blue one's whatever. The Shmi 150 is pretty good. But this one is just wicked cool. And I think it's because of that big whale tail on the back. It just looks so freaking cool. I really, really like this one a lot. It's definitely a very, very awesome casting for sure. And Mini GT, again, surprising everybody, really bringing it out and showing us the cool stuff, the super cool stuff. All right, the last regular Mini GT, because I got some pretty cool ones. Kind of saved this one for the last because, I love Porsche. Number 332, this is the Porsche 911 Targa 4S. So happy. Mini GT has a slew of Porsches coming. And I'm really, really happy that they did the 911 Targa. This guy looks so good in white. Does have your Porsche logo on the side. Of course, it's open Targa top. There is a bazillion videos, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, of the operation of the Targa top. It is very cool. It's very interesting. But after you see it about 10 times, it just becomes average, just kind of regular. But if you have not watched the Targa top work on the Porsche, I would recommend that you do it because it's pretty unique. It's pretty cool. But again, it's after you see it so many times, it's kind of whatever. It's kind of whatever. So now we're going to go on to the special edition Mini GTs. That means we're going to take a look at the Kaido House. First one we're going to take a look at, this is Kaido House number 12, 510 wagon with the flowers. This is the pink version. This one looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. When we get to the other versions, I think they're going to be a little bit better. I don't have anything against the flower versions. I think these look really good. They're very unique, and I like uniqueness. You guys know that about the channel. I love this casting too. It looks very, very good. It does have opening hood. We'll pop that hood on the next model because, as you know, most Kaido houses come in two colors. And of course, you know, just nice colored base there. Looking very, very good with your wicked exhaust off the back. Just such a good casting with such detail. This is the second version. This is the green one. So have the hood popped open for you guys to check out. I really like the gold wheels on this one. I think it's far better than the previous one that just has silver wheels. There's nothing wrong with the silver wheels. I just think that the gold looks a lot better. I really like colored wheels, whether they be, you know, full color or metal color or whatever it may be. It still looks pretty good. Close the hood on that guy. Chink. Pull him off. All right, there are two other wagons. This is number 11. This is the blue one, the Advan style Kaido House. These ones are wicked. These ones are way better than the previous two. Printing on the tires, just a wicked deco on there. You know, just, you know, really, it's just race car style. I really like the blue, nice deep blue. And then of course, you know, the roll cage is in there. It is gold, which is just a cool offset. I think that's really something that kind of makes the model pop quite a bit. One of the things I will showcase about this, guys, I don't know if I'll be able to show it, but I'm going to try to show it here in a second. You can actually see into the inside of the car. If you look into the steering column, right behind the steering wheel, it has the turn signal and wiper stocks coming off of the steering column. I mean, that is the level of detail we're talking about with MiniGT. And the fact that they've done all these Kaido houses is just the next level. Now, a little bit of a bonus for you guys. Sort of. Now, you guys, this is the second version, okay? Number 10 in green. Now, if you guys watch my channel, you guys already know I pulled the chase of this model. So we're just going to throw the chase on there and let you take a look at it. It is just Zamicked out. It still has the same tempo on it as the standard version does. It is just all Zamick style. I'm a little bummed out that I pulled the chase, only for the fact of I don't do chases in the Kaido House. But the funny thing is I now have two chases. I actually have pulled two chases in the last month, which is just crazy. But there's a number of limited edition Mini GTs out there I'm still trying to get my hands on. I'm still trying to get my hands on the Shell promos, trying to get my hands on the Shopko promos from Hong Kong, I believe they were. So there's still some out there I'm trying to get. It's a little rough to get some of these castings in the US if you want to collect all of them. And some of these Mini GT castings are just enormously expensive nowadays. Some of the very first runs are well into the triple digits for sure. So there you go. That is the big, huge, gigantic Mini GT haul. I believe that is 20 models. Just insane. They've just been stacking up. But of course, we love Mini GT. We want to bring it to the channel. We just figured we'd showcase it all to you. Let you guys roll out with that wicked chased wagon. So let me know if you guys have a favorite or not a favorite. Let me know what you think about that Golf M3, because I got some negative comments about that. I just do. I'm not feeling it. But let me know if you guys like it. So anyways, we're going to roll out. Level him to cast. Peace.